George Baldwin, John Leonard, William Jenkins, Charles Burgess, Thomas Colville, Ira Powell, Earl Morley, Henry Germain, Edgar Kuykendall, William Mitchell, William Boland, Glenn Sprague, Damon DeForest, William White, Frank LaPointe, Frank Bidwell, Anthony Simmons, James Proco, Frederick Gaskins, Solomon Thomason, Stuart Martin, Charles Smith, Henry Wolford, Martino Carguino, Adolph Sorum, Thomas Surprise, James Hughes, Roscoe Royce, George Harkrider, Pless Rees, Ernest Williams, Archibald Briggs, Raymond Bogart, Ray Crandall, Charles Cheetook, Joseph Gindra, John McGrath, Herbert Gould, Dutcher Parshall, Charles Mason, Robert Scott, Heilke Hilkema, William Bell Jr., James Brown, Lester Harris, Alex Holmes, David Hoskins, John Blumlein, Joseph Stevens, James Hart, Stephen Finnegan, Thomas Cross, Joseph Seitz, Ozzie Sanders, Elpie Sparks, Daniel Burrows, William Solomon, Frank Hughes, Jacob Hannell, Chick Campbell, Philip Osmers, Charles Garrett, Arthur Pearson, Ambrose Hoyle, William Glynn, Howard Shepard, Joseph Wentz, Benjamin Buckley, George Beckler, Floyd Mallet, Warner Roush, Ezra Travis, James Wade, Harry Roaller, Doc Vaughn, Clinton Fisk, John Walsh, William Taylor, Edward Gray, Valerie John Kompolainen, Martin Kennedy, Axel Peterson, John Venditti, Thomas Larson, Charles Sturdivant, Donald Gregg, Benny Jones, Abraham Schellenbarger, William Delaney, Fred Vergens, Zenovi Less, Francis Higby, Doobie Beam, Mirko Ivosevich, George Hunsaker, John Rhodes, Earl Symes, Daniel Harder, Louis Strickland, George Shepard, Raymond Pishota, Joseph Ash, Clyde Simpson, Michael Sprangers, Barney Lyles, Lyndon Casey, Joseph Zboron, Stanley Zabrowski, Herbert Toby, Carl Moe, Ira Jacobson, Henry Gossman, Forrest Baird, George Boag, Paul Gerard, William Johnson, John Walsh, John Wiggins, Posey Sumlin, Frank Milan, Millage Gordon, Marlon Young, Frank Harlow, Francis White. Plato Demetrion, Joe West, Frank Moran, Philip Geyer, James Littleton, Fred Utrusky, William Foster, Charlie Free, Charlie Hallish, Albert Usher, Hiram Hellman, Gaston Dortch, Clarence Eagle, Elmer Chatham, Leo Bednarskowitz, Richard Sutherland, Stefan Stankiewicz, Charles Doan, Joseph Kakzor, Wesley Keller, Curd Earls, Christopher Galina, Alexander Okoski, J. Clemmer Jr., Max Buchanan, George Gassenberger, Louis Sayer, Charlie McSwiggan, Joe Casper, Harry Smith, Vincent Blahovec, Howard Stevens, unknown, Costanzo Di Pietro, Ole Arneson, Rudolph Sima, George Moon, James Dappert, Walter Kubeli, Hyman Freiberg, William James, Herman Dutz, Harry McKinney, Charles Francis, Walter Plato, Joseph Coyne, Henry Haney, Michael Lynch, James DeLee, Walter Black, Percy King, Patrick Fagan, Stanley Bugala, John Quinn, Clifford Poland, John Greiner, William McCracken, William Stye, Walter Hanson, John Musser, Percy Millington, unknown, Charlie Buck, Dewey Fink, George Culleton, Frank Breitbeck, Arthur Thompson, Henry Gerner, John Prather, Christian Anderson, Nathan Pride, George Wall, George Devine, Robert Woods, Wilbur Matthews, David Dickey, Sandusky Lynch, James Miller, James Van Alstyne, Clarence Caw, August Schmidt, Vladislaw Jablonowski, Vladislaw Jablonowski, Abe Rosen, Frank Malone, Lloyd Russell, Vernon Covert, Robert Westman, Eugene Hudson, Rufus Montgall, George Burgess, George Haydock, William Jews,